Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight's Love and Astrology evening, we are going to go over all of the transits for the month of April. I am going to do a collective reading following those transits, and then I will offer some free and paid readings at the end, and I will show you those, what we're going to be doing in just a moment. I'm actually going to start with something a little different tonight. First, I want to mention, please remember we are multi streaming three different platforms. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. And yes, I can see your comments. I need to touch on this eclipse energy before we even jump into the transits. I haven't talked too much about it just because you guys hear all the information out there. You hear everybody talking about the eclipses, and this eclipse energy is upon us. So we have the Libra lunar eclipse coming tomorrow, guys. It's going to be here on Monday. Hi, Star Luva. And this energy, of course, I told you Libra is relationships. We look at this energy twice a year, but this is eclipse energy. And then we also have this South Node in Libra at this time. So very powerful energy with that Libra lunar eclipse, right? And then, of course, on April 8th, we have that solar eclipse that everyone keeps talking about, right? So several of you have messaged me. I did take the weekend off. I did miss you guys very much. I'm glad to be back with you today, but I took a few days to myself, and I noticed that over the days off that several of you messaged me. Hi, Vanessa, asking me, did I know? You asked me several questions, but the most common question this weekend was, have I heard of a town called Nineveh? And then, of course, had I heard about the town Jonah? Had I seen the eclipse trail or route that it was taking? And yes, guys, I have. And I want you guys to know, you'll hear several people talk about Little Egypt. Little Egypt is a little town right in Illinois. There's actually a big, beautiful, beautiful lake there. And the interesting part is that when I was at my sister's, I tried to get to that Little Egypt lake several times, and for some reason, I could never find it. How interesting is that, right? Like I would get on this road on the, GPS would tell me this is the way to go, and I would follow the path, but then the road would be closed or blocked off, or you couldn't see like where it went. Yeah, so, and I went several times trying to get to Little Egypt Lake. So yes, guys, I do know where Little Egypt is. Yes, I have heard of the town named Nineveh. There's actually more than one, guys. There's several. But yeah, so let's talk about this eclipse because I kind of want to give you guys some positivity to reflect on instead of thinking like, oh, it's doomsday and yada yada, right? I want to start by saying that one, eclipse energy has always really grabbed the attention of everyone and kind of made us all feel like this energy could be scary or like end of the world. I feel like if you guys haven't done your own research by now, just from your local gossip or even just social media or even really local news, I feel like by now you probably think that April 8th solar eclipse is like, the world's going to end, right? Or you probably think it's like the rapture and everyone needs to, repent. Or you may believe that Christianity is the only religion and everyone should read their Bibles. I'm not saying that's not true, but I feel like it's definitely been very one sided, especially here in the US. Remember, guys, I'm in the US. We have viewers all over the world, and things, of course, are very different for people in, different countries. But it's like if you're in the US, it's almost like you don't understand that it's different in different countries, right? So I'm going to tell you guys a few things that may blow your mind right now. Ready? And actually, I don't know. I feel like if you're following me, it may not actually blow your mind because you're probably doing some research, right? Hi, Danger Zone. All right, so here we go. Ready? I'm actually going to tell you some big synchronicities with this solar eclipse that are happening, coinciding with several different religions, right? So not just Christianity, all right? I'm going to give you several different examples of different religions and how this solar eclipse is coinciding with their beliefs and that part of the world, right? And again, just remember, we all kind of look at this energy the same type of way, right? A lot of people feel that this eclipse or all eclipse energies have like spiritual messages or are divine intervention, right? You'll hear that a lot. And really, honestly, this April 8th solar eclipse isn't really much different, except for, I mean, I would kind of be fibbing if I didn't say that I haven't noticed the immense amount of religious connections to this solar eclipse, right? And again, not just one religion, several. So I'm going to start out, I'm just going to give you a few examples. Ready? Let's start out with the Jewish religion first. So did you guys know that in Jewish tradition, Passover is a holiday that marks liberation of the Israelis from slavery? And it's a celebration of freedom and divine intervention. So this year's Passover is coinciding with the April 8th solar eclipse. It's a very powerful symbolic connection between the celestial dance in the sky and our own individual journeys towards liberation. That's the one, all right? All right, ready for the next one? This one's going to shake some boots. Ready? The Islamic faith very similarly holds deep significance for the solar and lunar cycles. In fact, the Islamic calendar is lunar based, so it emphasizes the importance of the moon in guiding their religious practices. The alignment of this solar eclipse with their religious tradition evokes a sense of unity and reaffirms the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. That's two. All right, ready? Here's another one. For those of you that follow Hinduism, the sun and the moon are revered deities. So the sun symbolizes vitality, creativity, and the divine masculine. And the moon represents intuition, feminine energy, and emotional balance. So as the solar eclipse unfolds, it's merging these celestial forces, and there's going to be a harmonious interplay between male and female energies, and that's within each of us, nurturing the very intricate fabric of the universe, right? All right, last one out of many that I could have chose from, guys. There was several I could have chose from, but again, we don't want these lives to last all night long, right? So I chose Christianity because that's the one that most of us see, but I didn't pick any of the things that you guys showed me. Instead, I picked the light. So in Christianity, the significance of light is paramount. Jesus Christ proclaimed himself as the light of the world. And this solar eclipse invites us to witness the interplay between darkness and light, right? It's reminding us that no matter how daunting our struggles may be, there's always hope and divine presence waiting to guide us through our darkest moments of our lives. So that's just 4 different religions, 4 different examples of how this solar eclipse coincides with their beliefs also, right? So I hope that regardless of what your particular religious affiliations or beliefs are, this eclipse is really going to serve as a reminder that we're all one, we're all whole, we're all working together. And I feel like we should all have gratitude for all the beautiful things that happen in the cosmos for us, right? All right, guys, so that's all I'm going to say about the eclipse. No doomsday over here. All right, I am going to go over all of the April transits, but first let me show you guys what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to be offering eclipse readings because, of course, it's eclipse energy. So you have your choice between the Libra full moon lunar eclipse, it's free, and the Aries new moon solar eclipse, which is also free. Of course, general guidance and talking to heaven, always free. I am going to offer some paid readings, which you can see on the right of your screen there. The little tags on the screen are going to show you the different tarot spreads that I created for each one. And then, of course, yeah, both of those right there. All right, let's get to the transits and we'll go back to the readings after the collective, right? This is going to be a lengthy one. I'm trying to move through it quickly, guys. Leslie, hello. Stephanie, hello. Facebook coming in. Alonzo Gonzalez, hello. Bye. All right, here we go. Ready, guys? So on your screen, you're going to be able to see, and these may not actually be each April transit, but it is going to be the ones that I feel stuck out the most. Lisa says she needs one. Yes, absolutely. Hang out with us, Lisa. Okay, so I'm going to start April 1st. Mercury's going to go retrograde in Aries. Guys, we're already feeling this energy. We've been in the shadow periods for quite some time. It's not really too shocking. Some will say that this energy could seem like it's chaotic, You could experience some fiery tempers. It's Mercury and Aries, and this is going to happen for the next few weeks. I believe Mercury is in Aries all the way to the 25th. I say use this powerful energy to pursue your passions. Remember that Aries is a very passionate and exciting sign. So let's not focus on, the recklessness of Aries. Let's try to focus on the positivity of the energy that's coming in. It's really going to give you a lot of self-confidence during this Mercury retrograde, which could also help you enforce some boundaries through this Mercury retrograde, right? All right, so on the 4th, Venus is going to enter Aries, and this is definitely like spring fling type of energy. It's going to help you, again, be bolder, more confident, and more charming. Again, more Aries energies, right? So on the 6th, we have Venus in Aries, and it's going to be sextile Pluto in Aquarius. The Pluto in Aquarius really isn't too challenging through the month of April, so I just want to bring that up for those of you that really pay attention to the astrology. The month of March kicked our butts, right? So I feel like through the month of April, that Pluto energy is not as challenging. It's actually very exciting. Again, it's because it's that powerful, exciting, fun Aries energy, right? So on the 6th, Venus in Aries sextile Pluto and Aquarius is about manifesting positive vibes. You want to stay in a positive energy that day. And here's what I'm going to say: as you work through the month of Aries, the month of April, you're going to notice that it's challenging sometimes to stay in that positive, high vibrational energy. You're going to notice that Aries, I have all the Aries, guys. My sun's in Aries, Mercury's in Aries, Mars in Aries. I get pissed off really easily. People get on my nerves really easily. I lash out really easily. I'm short tempered often. So you have to watch out for all of those energies as you work through this, and as all of this Aries energies come in. But what I'm going to say is, if you can stay in that positive vibrational energy, Aries can actually be very positive, like really shoot you to the top of that, those frequencies, right? High vibrational frequencies, and you can really manifest in a very powerful way. Hi, Sandra. All right, so on the 8th, we're going to have that new moon solar eclipse. We talked about it, guys. It's not doomsday. Let's stay positive about it. Very powerful energy. Remember, it's not just one religion. There's several all over the world, right? I feel like it's more, I'm going to say it. I gave you 4 examples at the beginning of the live. So here's my personal belief system. Are you ready? I don't have a specific religion. It's going to be Christ consciousness, right? Like when you're on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, you learn about Christ consciousness, again, regardless of where in the world you are, regardless of what religion you are, right? Regardless of what religious beliefs you have or affiliates you have, or any of those things. That when you wake up to this type of journey, it's going to be the Christ consciousness. And what is Christ consciousness? It's unconditional love, right? So again, this energy is going to give us a boost. That solar eclipse is going to give you a boost because Aries is very passionate, go, go, go type of energy. You will experience some shakeups, but I feel like these shakeups could show you some massive breakthroughs. There will be intense healing with this new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and you will be closing out chapters in your life and moving forward into next chapters. So I know that a lot of times, um, we say we're closing out old chapters and we're opening, starting new chapters, but we don't actually do it, right? Like we try to hold on to the old energies, and we try to kind of drag them with us to where we're supposed to be going. And it doesn't mean that we don't get to where we're supposed to be going. It just means that we cause delays and we make our journey a lot more challenging than it has to be. So here's what I'm going to tell you about the April 8th solar eclipse. Ready? This is going to be one of those astrological events where everyone really in the whole world will be able to see how important astrology is and how it is a tool that we can use and how it does help and assist us on this journey, because it's going to be so much easier for you to drop that luggage and walk away, right? April 8th solar eclipse. All right, so again, brace yourself. Several aha moments with that eclipse energy. All right, let's keep going. On the 10th, we're going to have Mars in Pisces, and it's going to be conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So this is going to be an extra dose of of courage, definitely a faith over fear day. But remember, this is a day, circle your calendars, especially those of you on that very specific journey. This is a day that you just cannot fail. You cannot fail. Maybe April 10th. All right, April 11th, we have the sun in Aries, and it's going to be conjunct Mercury in Aries. So on this day, this could be a little bit more challenging. You want to remember to compromise, but you could come up with some really big, passionate ideas that have something to do with speeches that you're giving or teamwork. All right, on April 17th, you can see it on your screen there, is my 44th birthday. I know, happy birthday to me. I'm so excited. We're probably going to be doing some giveaways as we get closer to my birthday. I try to do them every year. And so that is definitely the plan again this year. And this is a much bigger birthday, so I'm not sure what I'm giving away yet, but I want to make it something big, right? I just feel like my 44th birthday, it's just going to be a big year. I've always, I don't know, since I've started PLR, I just felt like 2024 was going to be the year. And actually, guys, I just want you to know, if you guys missed it, we have some shorts over on YouTube. One of them is trying to take off right now. I actually posted 3 of them, guys, 3 of them. And of course, the one that shows all my zebra strikes, or I guess, wisdom highlights, since Tina likes to call them, are showing. But anyway, that video is the one that took off. I love watching it when it hits the short shelf and it just ticks. Pretty awesome. But yeah, if you guys missed it on the YouTube channel. All right, so that's the 17th. That's my birthday. The 19th, we have Mercury in Aries. It's going to be conjunct Venus in Aries. So this is about love confessions. Again, those of you on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, you may want to circle this day. Well, you want to circle the 17th so that you can wish me a happy birthday, but then you'll want to circle the 19th because this could be a very important day in your own personal journey. Mercury in Aries conjunct Venus in Aries. You want to be cautious with your words, and there could be some heat of the moment conversations. All right, also on the 19th, we have the sun entering Aries. So it's about opportunities to get grounded during Mercury retrograde. Keep that in mind. Also on the 19th, we have Mars in Pisces, sextile Uranus in Taurus, and this is going to be cautious of like some gambling energy on this day. Be cautious of you want to be able to allow yourself to experience pleasure, but you don't want to overdo on this day, right? Like it's easy to overdo with this Aries energy. Definitely could be a day where you could take a risk, especially like in business, and that definitely could work out April 8th or 19th. All right, and then we have the 20th. So this is a big one, guys. On April 20th, again, for those of you on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, again, circle the 20th. Jupiter in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So this is actually really rare. Oh, the dogs are coming to visit. But this is actually a really rare transit. It only happens every 12 years. And this is definitely like a burst of excitement type of energy. This is adventure energy. You could see some bold changes April 20th. You could see some big opportunities open up for you and a lot of magic on April 20th. All right, on April 21st, we have the sun moving into Taurus, and it's going to be square Pluto in Aquarius. So this day, I feel like out of all the Pluto aspects that we experience in the month of April, this probably is going to be the one that's more challenging. You may feel a little grumpy. You may even feel like you have a little hangover from all the magic from the previous night, and you want to stay aware of this energy that's, kind of like, again, grumpy or unsettled, right? Also on the 21st, I want to mention you have Juno going direct in the sign of Virgo, so that's good news. So for the last 6 months, Juno has been in retrograde, and it's definitely been giving us a lot of anxiety when it comes to our relationships. So I feel like you're going to get some solid decisions with relationships around April 21st. On the 23rd, here's going to be my favorite. I know everybody would think that my birthday is the favorite, but it's not. Ready? On the 23rd of April, we have full moon in Scorpio, and we all know I love my Scorpios. This is going to be a very intense and powerful moon. We will talk more about it as it gets closer, but I mean, if you guys are following me for any amount of time, you see how powerful Scorpio energy is here. So imagine what this full moon is going to do, right? This is definitely some take back our power type of energy. No one can hold you back type of energy, and it's going to be take a stand type of energy. So that's going to be full moon in Scorpio on April 23rd. And then, of course, on the 25th, I mentioned earlier, Mercury's going to go direct in Aries. And this is really when life's going to start to settle down. So we're going to have like a whole month of like boom, pow, wow, right? And then everything's going to start to settle down when Mercury goes direct at the end of the month. For the next few weeks, though, I feel like you're going to feel really confident and you're going to be very direct and straightforward in your forward movements. Like, in other words, you're not going to be undecisive or, sorry, indecisive. I just make words up, but indecisive in which direction you want your life to go. It's going to be easy for you to go, this is what I want to do, and just go after it. So that's going to be the 25th. On the 28th, you have Mars in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces. This is definitely like allow yourself to dream big type of energy. I read somewhere someone said put your rose-colored glasses back on on the 28th, and it's ideal for romance, creativity, and socializing. Again, those of you on the very specific journey, the 28th would be a hot date that I would circle on my personal calendar. On the 29th, we have Venus entering Taurus, and Venus is coming home type of energy. Very I don't know, exciting type of energy. So for like the next couple of weeks, it's really going to be about like your love life and finances and business. See, I feel like people think that Venus is just love or divine feminine energy, but it's actually much more than that. Feminine energy loves finances, okay? So it's kind of about all of it, especially those of you divine feminine energies that are like really creating your own businesses, right? It's that Queen of Pentacles type of energy, like learning to become your own resource. So again, circle the 29th. All right, on the 30th, we have Mars entering Aries. So this is going to be my second favorite to that Scorpio moon coming in on the 23rd, because when Mars enters Aries, it's going to give you this hero coming home type of energy, or like heroes welcome, right? And for the next several weeks, you feel this type of energy. So I feel like you're going to have some inner spark come alive with this energy. It's going to charge you up, right? Like I always say, like a recharge, reboost. I feel like it's going to give you more confidence to take action. And remember that Aries energy is very passionate. So you're just going to be very passionate and excited at this time. Also on the 30th, you have Venus in Taurus, and it's going to be square Pluto in Aquarius. So you want to be cautious of power struggles. You could be cautious of like jealousy or obsession could peak at this time. Obsession could peak at this time. So for those of you, again, on this very specific journey, you can circle the 30th, right? You want to walk away from any toxicity every day, all day, but especially on April 30th. All right, so in the month of April, April 2024, this is what's going to happen. Ready? You are going to walk away. You're going to leave your old life behind, and you're going to walk confidently into the first chapter of the rest of your life. So use the powerful Aries energy to be bold and really, really go after what it is that you want, right? All right, guys, that's it. That's all I have for all of the astrology. It was so much, right? As I get ready, I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. And again, those spreads will go across there. I am going to start with a collective reading before I start looking at the free readings. We are offering some paid readings. So remember, guys, ooh, there goes that ringing. Have mercy. um, that one was fierce. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, paid readings jumped the line. Lisa Carter, Infinity is one on YouTube. Hello. Sandra, hello. Thank you for helping, Sandra. Michelle did message me and said that, oh, thank you, Jenna, that I'm going to write that down so I'll forget. Jenna first. She wasn't feeling good. She got the allergies like me, so taking a break tonight. Hopefully be back with us tomorrow. I love you. Look at Sandra. She's on Twitch. She's on Facebook. She's on YouTube. All right, let's do quick collective. I am going to use that magical spirit oracle. I just got these, what was it, Thursday, I believe. I did take a break over the weekend, guys. I did a couple one-on-ones, and I did a couple of readings for our solar eclipse. So a couple of those went out today, guys. I think I talked to you ladies already, so you already know you got them. I think I have 2 more left to go, and then I'm all finished. I forgot to light my candles. I went fishing this weekend. That's what my video is. It's taking off right now on the short shelf. I went fishing at an old fishing place, and oh my gosh, I was so emotional, guys. It was like it's where I had like it's like, I guess what you could say, like where my awakening happened, right? So it was just really, I haven't been there several years, right? Um, so I don't know. It was just really emotional, but I don't know, exciting. Um, yes. I went to my favorite spot, the first spot I went to, and caught a bass right away. My son caught a couple pretty good sized stripers. He's like, Mom, they're so much bigger back here. I was like, I know. So yeah, good day for sure. Good weekend. All right, real quick collective. I don't think I'm gonna do, I don't know. I'm gonna do what spirit tells me to do. So we'll just see. All right, let's look at masculine energy first. We have growing pains, healing, patience, and unconscious. I heard somebody could be fighting an awakening. Somebody could be fighting third eye opening. Wow, that's interesting. It's almost like, and I don't think they know they're okay. So, your third eye, brow chakra, it's where like you receive information. It's like when they say that we're receiving downloads, right? Like that's the chakra. It takes in all the information. It's the chakra that when it's open, you have this knowing. Right, everybody calls it the knowing, right? Um, it's kind of like I feel like when I was turning it over, something about the patience and healing was telling me that like this divine masculine maybe struggling to having that, like to having either the knowing, like maybe scared of it, fearful, maybe not ready, something like that. I don't know. So divine feminine, remember when you first started seeing all the things, or like when you first had confirmation. See, at first it's like we just think we're crazy, right? We're just like, oh, this stuff is just us. We only see this. Nobody else sees this, right? Um, and then later we start to realize, like, what we learned about like twin flames, and we learn that like we're not the only one, and then we start to realize like, oh, everybody has that. And then I think when you have that um like tribe type of energy, soul sisters type of energy, like someone that you can call that has also experienced this weirdness, right? It kind of takes that away, the fear away. Like I'm not scared of it anymore, and I used to be like like all the spiritual stuff was I put everything under the paranormal label. You know what I'm saying? And it was like everything was just kind of I don't know, scary, creepy. I almost said sketchy, so that could be a word somebody wants to use. All right, let's look at the feminine energy. So for masculine, definitely going through some growing pains, definitely going through some healing there. Something about the patience in the third eye stuck out to me. All right, for feminine energy, we have the flower child, momentum, creativity, and action. I feel like I've been getting this card a lot since I've opened this new oracle set. Inside the book, it says, I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. I think that's where we are, right? I think that's the goal. We're definitely, I noticed her sitting in the water too. So it's like giving me this purification, cleansing type of energy. That's how I felt being at the lake. Guys, this lake is huge. It has this river that runs through it. That's what makes it so different, I think. And I think that's what makes it so powerful, like why there's always such powerful energy moving around it. But this lake is muddy. Like it is super muddy. It's not like, where you can like, I'm looking at this picture Miss Tina has on the wall of like a calendar. I think it says Maui on the calendar. But the water is like so blue you can see through it, right? Like it's not like that. This is like brown lake, muddy.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just dirty. But again, it's not like dirty because I mean it is, but it isn't. Because the water runs through it, the river runs through it. So it's like there's a constant current. It's not like stagnant. It doesn't really sit. You know how you can see like a lake on somebody's yard and there's like no stream running through it, there's no water, and it's just kind of stagnant, right? This one is not, right? It's very powerful, I think, because it has that river that flows through it. But every time I go to this lake, it gives me this energy of starting over, cleansing, purifying. So you could also be using water to do the same things, right? I do feel like we all feel the momentum of this Aries energy coming in. If you didn't hear me when I was talking about the April transits, I mean, it's like all the whole month of April is one fast energy coming in after another. So momentum, very big. I feel like we're all very focused on our creativity. We're all very focused on our purpose. Definitely taking a lot of action on divine feminine side to stay in alignment, right? I think we're all getting to, and tell me if I'm wrong, but tell me if I'm right too. But I think we're all getting to this place where it's like we're tired of being in the lower vibrational energy. Like we're just tired of it. It's not fun anymore. It's not cool anymore. I'm not saying that we ever thought it was fun or we ever thought it was cool, but I feel like sometimes some of us did. But it's like now it's like we know it's our responsibility to heal. It's our responsibility to stay in high vibrational energy, and it's like now we're taking on that responsibility willingly, right? All right, let's do bridging energy. So remember, the bridging energy is going to be the current spiritual lesson. It could be different people in different places. If you're going through separation, it could be together. If you're in 3D union, remember, I say you're always in union. There's no such thing as like half a soul here and half a soul there. Like we're all whole, right? All right, it says give to the mind and it gives back. The mind card is here, inspiration, mood cycle. Goddess of the sea is going to be on the bottom. Abundance, purification. So big confirmation from spirit. Thank you. And the ego card. Oh, I love it. It says it's time to come home. I posted a picture of myself at the lake today on my Facebook page. So guys, Facebook page, all, links always in the description box. If you're not following us, you're definitely missing stuff. But I posted it over there and I put on there that like for the last, like since my awakening, so remember, like when you first meet counterpart energy, you're normally in, like from my studies, from my research, in my own journey, it looks like we're all in like karmic ties, karmic relationships, like we're stuck in karmic loops, really. And it's like the twin comes and wakes you up and, removes you from there. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. It's just something about like going back home, like going back to like peace of mind. It's something about like coming full circle is energy that I'm getting with all of this. And I mean, it kind of makes sense, especially with the solar eclipse. It says give to the mind and it gives back. It's very possible too that both, because it's bridging energy, like the peace of mind is really important for both. I kept mentioning that last week as we were going through the elements, right? It's like it's definitely keep the peace type of energy. All right, so I'm going to use the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. Let's look at growing pains. So 2 of Cups, romance, love, soulmate energy, partnership energy. There's something about wanting to heal that energy. We have the Nave of Wands. It's going to be spiritual awakening. Something about the guitar sticking out to me. Songs could have been important to you today. Guys, I found Fleetwood Mac. I know, right? Everybody's like, where have you been, Rosa? I don't know. I didn't know about the Stevie Nicks lady. Like, I didn't know about the band. I didn't know about the songs. I found the Dreams song, or I guess maybe it's called Thunder. I'm not sure. On TikTok, and I Googled it and I just went from there. And now I have like 12 different songs on my playlist. So yeah, today was Fleetwood Mac Day. Yeah, see, look, Danger Zone's like, where have you been? I don't know, honestly. I don't know. All right, Two of Swords is here. Two of Swords. I feel like this masculine energy feels stuck. I feel like they think that they don't know which direction to go next. Um, the Two of Swords actually talks about how the water is actually really shallow and they can make it just fine, but there is a lot of fear. So there's something here about their faith isn't bigger than their fear at this time, and that could be what they're working on. But there's something about the guitar sticking out to me, so they could be listening to music. It could be reminding them of like romantic times. But yeah, there's definitely this energy like I can't make a move. I don't know which direction to go. This is where I have to stay. All right, let's look at the flower child. So momentum, creativity, and action. I love it. Look at the levers coming out. And that's why we have momentum, right? Ooh, Three of Cups is coming out. Why is that here? Have mercy. Oh, thank you. And the Eight of Cups is here. Okay. So the reason that we have momentum, the reason our creativity is bursting, it seems like the way it is, the reason that we're going after what we want so passionately, right? It's because we finally chose ourselves. So the Gemini energy, the lovers energy, remember, it's not that fairy tale of two people that go off and live happily ever after. Remember, it's actually that very difficult decision that we make every day when we choose to love and heal ourselves. So I think there is something about third party here with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And I do feel that you are walking away from something that has to do with third party. Eight of Cups, pretty interesting in the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, because I don't know if you can see it, but her hair is like attached to the tree. It's actually part of one of the branches. So it definitely gives me this energy like deeply rooted into something, deep, like a deep part of something, intricate part of something. I noticed how he's holding his chest. That was sticking out to me. So it's like you're walking away from something that's very painful. It hurts. It's not something you want to do. It's kind of this energy like you know you have to do it. Like this is the choice that you have to make, right? All right, let's look at that bridging energy. It threw me off a little bit. Give to the mind, and it gives back. Inspiration, mood, and cycle. So the Seven of Swords is here. Seven of Swords energy is normally about like disbelief, distrust. It's definitely this energy that I've been getting for the last few weeks, like watch your back type of energy. But in this particular Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, you see all the different dragonflies, and it's actually in the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, it talks about how it's actually about having more options than you think, having more options than you think. So remember, in the regular Rider-Waite, that Seven of Swords, I told you the story last week. I can't remember. I don't know, earth signs, air signs. But I told the story about how, you know, you always see him, he has all the swords, right? He's sneaking away from somewhere. And it talks about how there's a camp next to him, and he actually goes over at night and he steals all their swords while they're sleeping. But he does it because he knows that when they wake up, they're going to get their swords and come over and kill him. So he's like, if I just go over and take the swords, they can't kill me. I'm just saying, he doesn't kill them in his sleep, in their sleep, right? He just takes their swords so that they can't hurt him. So it's definitely kind of giving me that type of energy. So it's very possible that we're trying to do something that has something to do with like protecting one another, the other one not getting hurt, but also seeing like new options, new things that we can do in order to do that. I see the Hermit, so there could be some like pulling back energy, there could be some more secluded energy, more going within, right? And then I also see the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is reckless energy. I feel like nobody wants to be reckless at this time, right? Like that's not the goal anymore. It's almost like collectively we've matured, right? On the bottom, I see the Knave of Swords. So remember, guys, the Naves are pages in this tarot set. And pages are students, right? So the Knave of Swords is about higher learning, wanting to know more. And I feel like that's really where everybody's at. The interesting part is that the Page of Swords is normally that card that looks like a creepy stalker guy. And it's normally that card where it's like he's really just watching from afar because he's scared to communicate. I find it interesting that she's like coming up onto him, and she's tapping on his shoulder. It's almost like she's saying like, I don't know. It's like I see you, right? And it's like it's definitely giving me that energy of like let's just talk about it, right? All right, so I am going to do some head, heart, and higher self. I'm going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'll try to go through it pretty quickly. But I'm going to look at masculine thoughts, feelings, and higher self lesson. All right, so look at that. So we have the attraction, supermoon coming out, number 44, my favorite, right? It was 33s. I think now it's going to be the 44s. But supermoon attraction is about using the moon to manifest, and that could be what's happening for divine masculine. Look at this, Queen of the Moon coming out quickly. We rarely get to see her. Sovereignty is here in the heart space. There could be a message coming from divine feminine. It's also very possible that divine masculine is having this heart chakra activation, awakening, right? Creation is here for higher self. So it's like I'm getting like third eye, which we've seen here, right? For divine masculine, very similar. And it's very possible that the downloads they're receiving is allowing them to manifest the life that they want, right? See all the papers and the drawings. I want to show you that because it almost looks like a what are they called? Like, dang it. You know how like when you're making something on a computer, like something that's computer generated, it's like the design is on the paper, just pretty interesting. Higher self lesson. I feel like for masculine, it is about staying in alignment and being able to manifest in higher vibrational energy. The fear card is on the bottom. We did get that energy that like divine masculine struggling with faith over fear. All right, let's do divine feminine. All right, expect the unexpected. In the headspace, it's almost like you can sense that something is coming. The Will card is here. Again, I feel like this is messages back and forth. Divine Feminine is going to be the sovereignty, and Divine Masculine is going to be the Will card. I feel like Divine Masculine could be learning right now about free will, right? And that's pretty hard lesson to have to learn on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey. Confirmations from spirit. In the higher self, we have the masculine coming out. So this card means that the divine feminine is learning to stay balanced at this time. And I feel like I can definitely resonate with that. Abundance is on the bottom. That is helping us stay balanced, definitely. And abundance is that card that says you have everything that you need at this time. All right, guys, no messages tonight, no messages, but I am going to pull some guidance. Let's do the power of love activation. Okay, I lied, apparently. I grabbed some and some came out, so let's just pull them out. And then let's just do divine masculine. Ready? Divine masculine to divine feminine. I can hear you. I have no regrets. Push it to the limits. I see 911 everywhere, and I remember. I like that I can hear you. How's the telepathy for everybody? Is it freaking you out yet? All right. Guidance to close out the collective. Empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. That's what we're doing. Elevation, you're making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. I mentioned that earlier. And compassion is here. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. Transformation is on the bottom. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. That's going to be that Two of Swords for that masculine energy. All right, guys, that's it. That's your collective. I hope that's helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly, show you guys what we're doing tonight. And I'll come over and check out that list.
It's Gemini and Virgo were the major arcanas and the collective. All right, Jenna is first. Jenna, what are we doing? Love messages? And I see Stephanie and Leslie and Lisa and Danger Zone. Vanessa, Infinity's One, and Sandra. All right, love messages. All right, I'm going to use the soulmate love messages. And I'm going to pull everyone who gets one a magical spirit oracle card because I love them so much. Star Libra, I think I want to say, was Star Libra the first one in here? Can't remember, but I want to say I've seen her there at the very tippy top. All right, Jenna, think of your person. One flew out at me. Your beauty is so captivating that I forget to blink. You are so different from anyone I know, yet you feel so familiar. Oh, that's the home feeling. Oh my gosh, I've been feeling this energy all day. All day. I wrote you a letter on paper, but I'm too afraid to show it to you. The letter is definitely sticking out to me. And I feel like it actually could be like it could be like an email or a text. Like I wrote something out, but I'm too scared to send it type of thing. But you're so different from anyone I know, yet you feel so familiar. That could be like a 3D message. So that could be like something, Jenna, that they've actually said to you before. Like, when you were talking, hanging out, they could have said, like, man, it feels like I've known you my whole life. You know what I'm saying? It's that home feeling. Your beauty is so captivating that I forget to blink. That's something that I've noticed with the twins. There's the unconditional love. I feel like it's even more than that. You can like be in what you would think is like the worst stage. Like your hair could be a complete mess. You're in pajamas and house shoes. You don't have your makeup on. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the same goes, hi, Pooja. But the same goes for, like your counterpart. Like they could be in wearing sweatpants and flip-flops, and like it doesn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. And that's another way I feel like you can tell you're on this journey. So like if you're ever thinking about your counterpart and you're like, man, he's a slob and I just think he's not very attractive, and I just don't think that whatever, like, then that's not a twin, right? Because your twin, it's like you see them in the best light regardless. So weird, right? All right, I'm gonna shuffle some more. Jenna, let's do Magic Spirit Oracle
for a little guidance. No communication, Jenna. No text, no email. All right, it says the forbidden forest, bravery, persistence, and redemption. You are so brave to keep going the way you do. So I'm going to say no, no, no communication. Michael S. Not yet. I feel that too. Do you feel that, Jenna? All right, Jenna, I hope it was helpful. Oh, Michael S. came from Twitch. I'll go open my Twitch real quick. I see it. All right. Yes, Sandra, I love you so much. I opened it up so I can see it on my side too. I mean, let's not panic. I mean, guys, these are free readings, so just be patient with us. Hang out. If you don't got the time, we understand. If you're meant to hear the message, you'll be here. One of these days, I'm gonna do one of these lives where my ladies may not be here. They may be not feeling good, or they may whatever, and I can't just be panicking, right? So it's just gotta be Phantom Punk, hello. But you know what I'm saying? When they're not here, I mean, we're so blessed to have a list, because when they're not here, I'm just gonna pick them random. It's gonna be the ones that Spirit tells me to pick, and that's it. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. All right, let me go grab the list, because I haven't. See, I'm telling you, I'm not going to stress it. Now, of course, if you do a paid reading or you send a donation for the love of all that's holy, just tell me. I'll grab it. And of course, you jump the line and you'll go first, right? Just like Jenna. All right, let's write this one down first. Just did Jenna. So Stephanie is next. Stephanie on Facebook, let me know that you're still here. Leslie, Facebook. Lisa, Facebook. Danger Zone. Vanessa. Infinity is one. I love your name. And Sandra. And I know there's more. I'm going down to see. Good job. Okay, so Michael S. and Pooja. And Phantom Punk? Nope. Star Libra, Pooja, Michael S. I love you, Sandra. Michael S. Last right now. Let's see if they wait. I know it's hard to wait. I understand. All right, so we did Jenna. So I have Stephanie on Facebook. All right, lady, let me know. Let me know that you're here when I call your name, or I'm gonna skip over it and go to the next one. Stephanie on Facebook. There she is. Ooh, what was that about? I was gonna wait, Stephanie. Have mercy. The top of my pen just flew across the table. All right.
Stephanie, let me know. Seashells. Look at seashells. Let me know, Stephanie, which reading. So remember, these are going to be. Please tell me that I should put these on here individually. I didn't, did I? Oh my goodness, that's sad. All right, eclipse, solar eclipse or lunar eclipse or general reading. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, or general reading. Seashells, I love your name. Libra, full moon. Tomorrow, guys. It's tomorrow. Every time I think that I have experienced the Libra full moon lunar eclipse, I haven't. So it's like more than one. It's not, see, people think that it's just intimate relationships. It was funny, I was telling Miss Tina, this is one of the full moons where like, I'm grateful that I'm single, right? Like this is totally working out for me for like once and ever, right? But actually that's not necessarily the case because guys, it's not just your intimate relationships, it's all relationships. It could be work relationships, friendships, partnerships. Yeah, like it's all kinds of stuff. You can't escape this moon. All right. The Libra full moon is what are you lacking in your love life, how to follow your heart, and how this will help you find balance. All right, Stephanie, first one, what are you lacking in your love life? We have, ooh, it's the give to the mind card. We just had this one as the bridging energy, inspiration, mood, and cycle. You could just be closing out a cycle, and that could be what's lacking. The mood energy up and down could be what's struggling in the love life. But inspiration, feeling inspired, wanting to go after something, feeling passion and drive. I feel like it could help more when you get to that Venus and Aries energy. Like that may give you a little bit more of like a spark. But here's what I'm going to say is like the mind is important to you. It's important to all of us having a spiritual awakening journey. So like if you can't have a conversation with someone or they can't like, you know, conversate back about things that you're interested in, that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. All right, let's look at how to follow your heart. How to follow your heart. It says, sweet oblivion, uncertainty, fate, and humor. It says, it's okay. I don't know what I'm doing either. How to follow your heart. I feel like just give in, surrender, stop trying to make a plan, right? The alchemist is going to be how this will help you find balance. Remember, alchemist is all about like finding positivity in a challenging situation. Stephanie, I love this because you got the card where I may get in trouble, we may not get in trouble, I don't know. But she's flipping everybody off. It says, oh, I don't break that easy, not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel. So that's how you're going to find balance, right? Not letting anything stick to you, just letting it, using it for fuel to fire what the passion, whatever it is you want to go after. On the bottom is liberation. So you could be trying to free yourself from something, not really too uncommon with that Libra full moon, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, next we have Leslie. Leslie on Facebook. Leslie, let me know that you're still here. Say hi to me in the comments. Let me know which reading. Solar eclipse or Libra lunar eclipse. Leslie says, I'm here. I see you. Let me know which one. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, or general guidance. Thank you, Stephanie.
I meant to put each one individually so you guys could see. But Libra full moon lunar eclipse is what we just did. So we're looking at what the love life is lacking, how you can follow your heart, and how to find balance. The solar eclipse a little bit different because we're looking at what will end in your life, what will begin, and what you can anticipate for the next 6 months. So lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. She says Libra. You clicked on it already. And then I unclicked it. Okay. All right, back to my new magical spirit oracle. I don't know, I love these cards. And it's one of those cards, like, they just feel good. They feel great. They slide, they shuffle well. All right, Leslie, I'm going to pull the 3 cards first. So we have Magic Mushroom, the Protectress, and the Grow Together card. Acceptance is on the bottom. It says you can surrender, let go now to what is. I love that. It does say letting go, water, and non-resistant. All right, Leslie. So the first card I'm looking at is going to be what your love life is lacking. Magic Mushroom says miracles, fairy energy, and opening up. I imagine it's probably going to be the opening up. I'm sure some mushrooms may be nice and maybe a little magic, right? But it says stay open up there by the bee and to the good and beautiful things. I see a bee today, guys, and I was watching one of those. I am a TikTok fanatic. I know, right? I get in trouble. Like Spirit will start yelling at me, like, Rosa, turn it off, go to bed. And I'm like, why? But I was watching one of those synchronicity fairies on TikTok, and she was like, you're gonna see a bee. So guess who saw a bee today? But the bee definitely sticking out. So maybe you're seeing bees too, Leslie. Okay, so the next card is how to follow your heart. It says your energy is valuable, protect it well. So I'm definitely kind of getting this energy, Leslie, like Spirit saying you need to protect your heart at this time. I feel like really for divine feminines, if you resonate with that energy, I feel like we all are being, and probably divine masculine too, but it's like we're all being asked to, lock, bolt, chain, all the things. And I do feel that it's because we're removing any energy that's not supposed to be with us. For those of us that are coming into 3D union, it's like we're coming into alignment, right? All right, so how this energy is going to help you find balance, Leslie, you have grow together, community connection, and procreation. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. It says find those who inspire you to bloom. Reciprocation. That's the word. I knew I was going to get it out. Sorry. It definitely is giving me, and again, I'm not trying to like, I don't know. It's definitely giving me like some coming together energy, right? Like some union energy there. But how it's going to help you find balance? It's the union. It's coming together, right? Masculine and feminine energies. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it's helpful. I don't know, guys. I'm on this journey too. So, like, it's really hard for me when we get certain cards that say like certain things because I get tired of hearing that shit too. You know what I mean? Like, I get tired of seeing all the union cards and like the coming together cards and all these types of things. And it's like, but I mean, it's always true every single time. So it's like I stopped doubting the cards, but I understand like when I tell people like, oh shit, look, somebody's coming back together here. People are like, what? Like it's not even possible. And again, I understand that because again, I'm on this journey and I experience it too. So it's like there's several times where I'm like, these cards make no sense. Like this isn't possible. It's not gonna happen. And then bam, it does, right? So yeah, just gonna throw that out there. All right, I see Rosa, add Phantom Punk, Twitch, and Seashells to the list. Okay, Phantom Punk, Seashells, and that's it, right? All right, danger zone. That's where I'm at now. Danger zone. Let me know that you're still here hanging out with us. Are we doing solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, or general read? Sweet. Thank you so very much for waiting so patiently. Danger Zone is our new moderator over on Twitch. Trying to help us all out over there. Poor Sandra has been jumping back and forth on Twitch for a minute now. So yeah, we're trying to figure it out over there, y'all. And I mean, today is Sunday night, guys. So today is the night. Look, Greatest Good Tarot is on right now. So I'm just saying, like, somebody, please, for the love of all that's holy, help me remember to do a Twitch raid. Like, don't let me shut this thing down. I know there's only so much you can do. But please help me remember. I'm gonna write it down on my notes again. But I'm just saying, I wrote it on my notes all last week and we didn't remember not a single time. Not a single time. Raids are things that you can do over on Twitch. It's where you can go like at the end of your live and take all your peoples over to like another person that's live streaming. People, they do it to us all the time. Like, it's so kind, generous. I love Twitch. And I really need to like get my head out of, and get the things figured out over there. Mm-hmm. Totally agree, Sandra. Yes, thank you very much. All right, Danger Zone says the Aries one. All right, we're going to do solar eclipse. So solar eclipse is going to be what will be ending in your life, what will be beginning in your life, and what you can anticipate for the next 6 months. All right, I'm just going to pull the 3 out. And we'll go over them. All right, so we have Eternal Center, Guru, Protection, and Peace. We have You're a Badass, Keep Winging It, the Fairy. And we have Spirit of the Tree, Nature, Priestess, and Inner Peace. It says, if you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. And on the bottom, you have the Witch card. It's my favorite card in this new set. It says, I wasn't always like this, I had to create myself. One of the biggest things about this magical spirit oracle is it says the brilliance of you on the box. You can see it there. But it talks about our creativity and how spirit gives us this creativity and how we use this creativity. It's one of the main reasons that I really, really like this particular oracle set. All right, so Danger Zone, what's going to end in your life? Eternal Center, Guru, Protection, Peace. I feel like you've kind of been keeping yourself in a protective bubble, right? We all have. I feel like that's a little bit of collective energy, actually. We've all kind of been keeping ourselves in this little bit of protective bubble. But as this Aries energy comes in with the solar eclipse, it's going to really, I don't think you're necessarily closing out like a chapter with a person or a place. I don't think you're quitting a job, nothing like that. I think it's going to be an idea. It's the idea. You've been keeping yourself in this protective bubble, and you've been telling yourself, like, nothing can reach me here, nothing can hurt me here, right? And you're going to have to open that up. That's what the solar eclipse is going to do for you. It's going to help you open up. And I feel like that kind of came out in the collective energies too. So that closed off feeling, like you are different, or you are separated from the world type of energy, that's what's ending. All right, so what will begin is more confidence. We talked about that when we went over all the different Aries transits, because that Aries energy is about confidence in yourself, right? We're very confident, kind of, go-getters, in your face type of energy. Bold is the energy that I'm getting. Keep winging it. So the interesting part, keep winging it, is that I used to say that fake it till you make it type of energy. And honestly, some people, don't care for that particular phrase, and some people, whatever. But it's like, here's what I'm going to say. Honestly, I feel like that's how we do it. Any type of like practice that you're trying to do, danger zone. Like, for example, let me use my meditation for an example. So when I first started my daily practice meditation, it was not daily, right? And it was not like on a regular basis. It wasn't something that I was really passionate or excited about. It's like what happened was I just had to do it, right? And it was like I just had to be accountable. I had to hold myself accountable. I had to have self-discipline. And it was like over time, it became who I am. So it's like first it's an idea, right? You just think about doing something. Then you start trying to do it. You check it out, but you may fall out a couple of times, right? Then you really start doing it, and then it becomes who you are, right? Like that's the energy that I'm getting with that fairy card. All right, so what you can anticipate for the next 6 months, grounding energy, staying rooted, maybe finding your own roots. Like this could have something to do with like digging in your own past, where you come from. Danger zone, have you studied your own family roots, like where you come from? I recently did this in my own journey. I spent most of the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023 really just going through my own mother's life, like timeline, right? It's funny, there's 14 people in her total. My mom passed on April 14th, guys. It's a really difficult day for me every year. And of course, it's 3 days before my birthday. So, yay, right? Luckily, since I've had this spiritual awakening, I feel much more connected to my mom. So it's like it doesn't necessarily give me that energy anymore. Like, oh, I'm not necessarily as sad. I'm not saying I wouldn't love to like, sit down with her and touch her and hug her and give her a kiss and all that. Of course, absolutely. But I feel like I conversate and I connect with her on a pretty regular basis. But there's something here about like going back to your roots. And that can help you when you start to see like, oh, because I feel like I found my mom's twin journey in her life. But I also found too, like I was able to see how like she chose the person, and not the purpose, right? And I feel like that's our biggest struggle really on this journey. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right. Vanessa is who I have next. Vanessa, let me know that you're still here. Ooh, is it supposed to be Lisa? May have been skipped. Very possible. Yeah, I went. Did I do Leslie and Danger Zone? I think I did skip her. All right, Lisa. Lisa. Vanessa, I think Lisa's next. And then let me know, are we doing Aries energy? She says general, please. All right, for the general, I'm going to use the Queen of the Moon. Thank you for being so patient with us, Lisa. All right, let's see what Spirit wants you to know. So I know you said general, but I'm definitely picking up some Libra lunar eclipse energy. Remember, eclipses are like when we make a change in life, we take a different direction. And then the Libra energy is definitely giving me like relationships. All right, so we have the action card, we have the beauty card, and we have the fear card. Fruition is here. You could have manifested something unknowingly, or maybe I almost said unwillingly. I think it's more unknowingly. But I feel like now you're being called to take some sort of action that's causing you a lot of fear. It's going to be that faith over fear thing, so it could be causing you some anxiety. But again, it's like something you asked for. So it's like it's coming into fruition. It's happening now. And it's like if you want to go get it, you have to take the action to go after it. The beauty card, really specific in Queen of the Moon, it talks about seeing the beauty of the situation. So it's like, again, it's like it's challenging for you. It may be a little bit of a struggle for you. You're scared. Maybe it's putting you in the spotlight type of energy, something like that. Like maybe you feel more vulnerable or more open, but Spirit sees the beauty of the situation. All right, Lisa, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Wow, I don't see the at all. Oh my goodness. And then I said it like 3 times, but that's definitely the message I got. Mercy. I mean, I guess it is about, I mean, I guess you could see the beauty in that. You got to see, right? I remember I was in this relationship with this guy. One of those takers, right? Like this guy thought I was going to get like YouTube famous overnight, and I don't know, I was going to move him to Maui or something. Who knows? He's currently having a spiritual awakening. Haha. But anyway, I asked Spirit because I felt stuck, right? Like I felt like I couldn't like get unstuck, and I just kept repeating this shit cycle, right? And I was like, please help me get unstuck. So I did one of those prayers, like where I asked Spirit, I was like, just show me, for the love of Holy, just show me what I need to see. And Spirit showed me. Yeah. It's one of those things like where when you ask to see it, you can't unsee it, right? And then it's like now you have to take the action. Now you have to walk away. I mean, you don't have to walk away. You can do however you want to do it, but you have to make a move. You can't just, ignore the things anymore. All right, now we're at Vanessa. Oh, I understand. I understand. Oh, just talk about like a flood of memories. Have mercy, right? All right, Vanessa, let me know you're still here. And solar eclipse or lunar eclipse, solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. Thank you, Lisa. I see you, Vanessa. Let me know. Aries energy, Libra energy. What are we looking at here? Infinity is 1 is after Vanessa, Sandra says. How many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and close that list. I'll grab that banner. We don't have to worry about that. Number 1. So list is closed, guys. No more free reads. Of course, if you do a paid reading, please just let us know in the comments. Might switch to Aries energy. All right, so you want to do the what's ending, what's beginning, and what you can anticipate for the next 6 months. All right, let's do that. Okay. All right, Vanessa. So the first thing I'm going to look at is what is coming to an end. Solar eclipse helping us close out major chapters, something we've been dragging along. And the way I've been feeling it for me is like old luggage, like weighing me down, slowing me down type of energy, right? And again, it's very powerful. So it's going to be something that we've had difficulty releasing, letting go. It's like it's going to help you close it out. The past comes out. Wow, Vanessa. It says releasing rebirth and spring. So that, I mean, big confirmations. It says, and so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. All right. So I mean, I feel like it's all of everything, the past. It's almost like I'm seeing you and like here's your soul's path. And it's like as you're going down this path, there's these different doors. And it's very possible that you kept going backwards through a door because you left it open and allowed yourself to go back. And spirit's like, close that door. Don't go back through there anymore, right? All right, what will begin in your life? What will begin in your life, Vanessa? We have the mirror, self-reflection, writer. Do you write? And the big picture. Could have something to do with journaling too. There is some words on the book. Let me see if I can forget. Did you forget all you had to go through to be you. It says, did you forget all you had to go through to be you? The mirror, self-reflection, writer, big picture. So what's beginning? I feel like it's got something to do with the writing, right? Like, do you write? I gotta go look. Are you telling me? You haven't told me. Okay, but do you write? Like, do you journal? Is there something that you're putting down? The self-reflection is kind of giving me like journaling, right? A lot of times that's what we're doing when we're journaling. And are you, I mean, the mirror. So are you writing about like twin journey? Are you writing about like how this person reflected back to you, your inner wounds, like what you needed to heal? If not, that could be what you're fixing to do, right? All right, what you can anticipate for the next 6 months, you have that flower child card. We've seen this earlier. It says, I hope that over everyone else you learn to love, or you learn to make yourself proud. It's momentum, creativity, and action. Yeah, I feel like there's something about the writing. If you don't write, it's going to be whatever it is that you do with your own creativity. I feel like something about your twin journey has allowed you to self-reflect, maybe heal some of those inner wounds because you were able to see it in that other person. And that could give you the confidence or like remove anything that was taking confidence away from you, right? So that you do push forward on this, whatever it is. It says writing, but I mean, it could be anything, whatever you're creative in. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Ooh, she said journal, used to, haven't in a long time. Now is the perfect time to be writing anything, guys, anything. I was thinking about doing this live, but man, guys, we have the twin flame current energy coming up. I'm going to do it this weekend. I haven't posted it yet, but I'll show you guys the thumbnail. There's the thumbnail. So when I post it, when you guys see it, you can hit that notify me button. But I'm going to do that Saturday night, guys. Saturday night, we're going to do April. But I was also thinking about doing a live on just Mercury. Maybe we'll do it for like a members only or something like that. Because I want to talk about the different ways that you can manifest using your own Mercury, like in your own chart, right? So for example, my Mercury is in 10th house. So when I journal about business or my career or, like PLR, like when I wrote all this down days ago, guys. Like days ago, I wrote down that we were going to talk about all this stuff. And today, this is my manifestation. This is a script. I wrote it down. Today, it came into fruition. You see what I'm trying to say? And it's about my career. So it's about my work. It's about my monies, right? And it's like whenever I write about that, those manifestations come in the fastest, the easiest, and the quickest. So if you learn where your Mercury is, you see what I'm trying to say? That could work for you in that area. And I'm just saying, like, I feel like we need to dive into these charts a lot more than we do. But yeah. All right, infinity is 1. She's like, I'm next. Let me see. You make sure before I go jump in the line. Yes, infinity is 1. Solar eclipse, so Aries reading. Let me grab my tea really quick. All right. There's something about the new chapters that's sticking out to me, Infinity. And I got this message as I was like getting ready for your reading, where sometimes we think that we're closing something out. All right, so Spirit's asking me to ask you about a certain situation that you've tried to close out several times before, but it couldn't or it didn't. And I'm not saying like you ran back trying to find it. I'm saying it came and found you, right? So there's something about closing out old chapters or old ways of doing something that you're scared of doing, but it's like you can't be scared of doing it because you're not closing out that person or that experience. You're just closing out a certain way of doing something. It's like you're going to start doing it a whole different way. All right. Let's see, what will end with the solar eclipse energy, what will end? It's okay to oh my gosh, big confirmations. Look at this. It's the Voyager card, return home, lessons and realizations. It says it's okay to forget and then remember all over again. This is one of the reasons that I bought this deck, was that card right there. So in other words, like again, there's something in the past that you keep going. I don't think you're going back to. I feel like it's just the universe keeps realigning you, right? And you're like, how do I close this out? And why can't I close it out? And it's not that you need to close it out, it's just you need to stop doing it a certain way, right? Doesn't mean that like the situation or the type of awakening will just stop, right? All right, so what will begin in your life? What will begin with the solar eclipse energy? We have the witch card. I wasn't always like this, you know. I had to create who I am. So that's it. It's pretty simple. It's like you're going to start pouring all of that energy into your own cup, right? Maybe you start looking into like your own spiritual abilities. That could be very possible. All right, what to anticipate for the next 6 months? We have the moon card, duality, hidden gem, and secret power is here. It says, what if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? I love it. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful, Infinity. All right, Sandra says Libra full moon, please. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. All right, Starluva is after Sandra, and then Pooja, Michael S, Phantom Punk, and Seashells. I think they all waited patiently. Thank you, Infinity. All right, Sandra. It's so complicated. All right, Starluva, I'm going to do Sandra's and then you're next. Sandra says, I have faith they are waiting patiently. Me too, Sandra. Me too. All right, Sandra. So the first card I'm looking at is what is lacking in your love life. I'm actually going to pull the 3 cards out and then we'll go over them. We have the Mystic, Intuition, High Priestess, and Visionary. It says, there is a reason you have those dreams. Ooh, that's pretty specific. There is a reason that you have those dreams. Mystic, Intuition, High Priestess, Visionary. Sandra, have you been, ooh, I feel like you're not going to like it. Are you ready? Have you been receiving a message from Spirit showing you that, okay, dang, I'm just gonna spit it out. Okay, so for me and my journey, I've definitely been getting the message that I'm supposed to stay single at this time, and this is all about my relationship with Spirit at this time. Like that's the message that I've been getting. And so I denied it for the longest time, right? Like I was, you know, my intuition was showing me, I mean, all the signs were showing me, Spirit was screaming, you know, I mean, it was clear. And I was just like, no, I don't want to be single. I'm going to go date, you know, everybody. And it didn't work out, right? So it's kind of this energy where the mystic, it's like, you have this spiritual path that you're on, or the spiritual journey that you're on, and you may be getting some intuitive hits that right now it's between you and spirit, or that it needs to be between you and spirit, right? All right, let's look at how to follow your heart. How to follow your heart. We have growing pains, healing, patience, and unconscious. Excuse me. I think the healing, again, is the most important. Patience, pretty easy, but there's something about the unconscious. There's something going on that you don't know, is what I'm getting. That has to do with like heart, love. You know, they say that when we get to this space, like where we're holding space, they call it. They say that when we get here and we focus on our healing, it's like we do. The first half of the journey, we're still chasing the twin, or we're still trying to fill the shoe, like we're trying to get someone to replace that energy, right? It seems like the second half of the awakening is like where we choose ourselves, we fill our own cup, and we heal and do all these things ourselves, right? And then people say that over time you begin to feel like you've healed enough, and you're ready to step out there and get into another relationship. I'm really struggling right now, because I'm struggling at this point where, of course, I don't want to sit here and be single and lonely and bored and whatever, right? But on the other hand, I don't want to go jump into another relationship where I may potentially not be able to fully give myself to someone, because I'm on this path of spirit, right? So that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up there. So I feel like spirit's just saying, be patient and spend this time on pouring, into your cup. All right, let's look at how this will help you find balance. How this will help you find balance. The great goddess, I love it. Look at this: transcendence, divinity, and Shakti. I feel like that's just big confirmation. Yin Yang is here. I mean, what's it saying? You can read the cards with me. It's saying, pour into your own cup, follow your healing journey, come into union, right? I feel like that's pretty much what it says there. And I feel like for the most of us, that are really holding this divine feminine energy, that are really purging, that are really doing the spiritual awakening journey, that are really like implementing the things that we're learning into our everyday life. I mean, that's probably exactly what's going to happen, right? All right. I hope that was helpful. Okay, I have Starluva. Starluva next. Starluva. Let me know that you're still here. Starluva, and which reading are we doing? Libra, full moon, lunar eclipse, Aries, solar eclipse, or general guidance? I love that. Thank you, Sandra. How's the painting going, Sandra? Tell me. I know we didn't talk very much this weekend. I'm telling you, it's me and the fish. Me and the fish. And my son. My son goes fishing with me a lot. Thank goodness. I mean, I don't mind fishing by myself anymore. But I have noticed that, like, now that I live in this town with this really big lake, right? So it's like I've noticed that now that it's getting warmer, more people are fishing. And if you're a single woman on the lake, it doesn't matter on a courtesy dock, if you're out by the shore, by the I don't know, wherever. It's like people just look at you like it was such concern. Like, are you? I've had people stop me because I was taking a break and eating my sandwich in my car. I mean, my tackle bag's out, fishing poles are everywhere. And I've had people stop and be like, "Are you okay, ma'am? Do you need help?" And, I know I'm not complaining. I think it's really nice, especially, whatever. But I just, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm fine. I'm just fishing. Have you never seen anybody fish before? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when you're single and you go into a restaurant and you eat a meal by yourself, which I also do now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you notice how when people look at you, it's like you feel like you're the only person in the restaurant that's like by yourself, and it's like every person on the planet that's in this restaurant has to look at you every time you make any type of move, right? That's how I feel when I go fishing by myself. Sandra says, it's me and the paint buckets. Oh, girl, I wish I could come help you. If I could teleport, I would just hit my little button and I would just be right there. I actually like painting. Most people don't like it. And I know your arms get super tired, but it is just, I don't know. It's something, you know how people like exercising? Like, I like painting. All right, Star Luba's like, come on with it. Libra. All right, Star Luba, what you're lacking in your, how to follow your heart, and how it will help you find balance. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the 3 cards out, Star Luba, and then I will go over them individually. All right, we got the Portal card, Adventure, Ancestors Calling. What you're lacking in love life. We also have the Servant Queen, Divine, Magnetic, and Valuable, how to your heart. And then we have how you will help, this will help you find balance. We have potential and possibility coming out. All right, let's look at the first one. So the first one, what you're lacking in your love life, the Portal, Are You Ready? Adventure, Ancestors Are Calling. Your love life needs to be focused on your spiritual, right? Like that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. I felt that with Sandra's too, right? So really that could be like all of us collectively. Like we could be feeling like spirit saying, hey, we need to focus on spirit. We need to focus on ourselves. Maybe we're done playing with the boys, right? And we just want to align ourselves with a more, you know, worthy person. And that's kind of the energy I'm picking up there. All right, so how to follow your heart. It says you are worthy of beautiful things. The Servant Queen, divine, magnetic, and valuable. So again, I'm getting this energy like one, what are we attracting, right? If we don't see ourselves as this divine energy. I feel like there's something about that. So I feel like how you're going to follow your heart is you're going to learn to stay in that divine feminine energy so that you can attract a more divine masculine energy, right? I was watching this, again, the TikTok. That's where I learn everything, guys. But I was watching a TikTok video and the lady was talking and she's like, you know, when you're not in your divine feminine energy, you're attracting a wounded masculine. You're attracted to someone that you feel like you got to fix, or like they haven't been raised properly, or like you got to finish doing the job. You see, it's that type of energy, and it shouldn't be that type of energy, right? And then how this is going to help you find your balance. You have potential and possibility. It says reach out to the potential that is calling for you. Future, higher self, and quantum. Word quantum is sticking out to me because we're all timeline jumping, and I know everybody's like, what does that mean? It just means that we are aligning with our highest. In other words, we've learned that our thoughts, our words, our actions, everything we do attracts or creates our reality. And so because we've learned that, we've decided we want the best reality possible. How we're jumping timelines is by staying in that high vibrational energy. So let's just use Mercury retrograde for example. Let's say you're a divine feminine energy, Star Luba, it's Mercury retrograde and X comes back, and maybe it's somebody that didn't leave off in the past, whatever, and now they need some help in some sort. You could, of course, just cuss them out and tell them to get lost, loser, right? But you don't. You say, you know, in an unconditional, loving way that you're going to help them and yada, yada, yada. And you course enforce your boundaries. You see what I'm trying to say? Stay in that divine feminine energy is what I'm getting. All right. I hope that was helpful. Pooja. Pooja is next. All right, so here's who I got. Pooja, Michael S., Phantom Punk, and Seashells. So we got Pooja. Let's hear from Michael S. Is Michael S. still here, hanging out, waiting so very patiently? Phantom Punk, let me know that you're still here, Phantom Punk, and Seashells. Let me know, Seashells. Because if not, we're going to wrap it up with Pooja. Oh, Michael S. Totally. Yeah, gotcha. I'm wrong sometimes. It happens. And seashells. Wow, you guys are blowing me away. Okay. I'll stop being a smart ass now. All right. Okay, so Pooja, Michael, Phantom, Punk, and Seashells. That's the order I got. So Pooja first. Pooja. Let me know which reading. Are we doing solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, or general? Michael asked, and how do you say it? Seraphim on Twitch are the same person. I understand. Seraphim. James Helen can be added. Let's add James Helen. Just like the name. All right, Pooja. It's you. You're up, Pooja. Let me know. Let me see if I can go up there and find it. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse, lunar general guidance. I see where she's asking you if she's next. Okay. I'm going to skip over. We'll come back. All right, Michael S. Oh, look. Ooh, Pooja. So almost skipped you, Pooja. Poor Michael. We're making him wait patiently. But thank you for waiting so patiently. All right, I'm going to go through it fast. Ready? Ready? Solar eclipse. We're looking at what is ending in your life, what's beginning in your life, and what to anticipate for the next 6 months. All right, Pooja. Are you busy over there, Pooja? I feel like your energy is moving. All right, let's look at what's going to end. Remember, Aries energy is going to constantly help you close out an old chapter that has been stagnant and slowing you down. You have the lever coming out, Pooja. It is safe to surrender to good feelings, Aphrodite, passion, and abundance. Okay, so I'm definitely getting some like twin energy, and I'm definitely getting like it's not that you're closing out, it's the idea that you can't, right? It's safe to surrender to the good feelings. So it's like something, well, I mean, this journey is so freaking hard, right? But it makes us deal with that sacral chakra, right? Where we do the inner child wounds, where we have like those the rejection and abandonment wounds and that type of energy. You could be cleansing that out, which is going to allow you to go after what it is that brings you passion and excitement, and that's that Aries energy. All right, let's look at what's going to begin, Pooja. What's going to begin? All right, the yin and the yang, big confirmation, right? It's the twin energy. It says, I'm in divine flow and move into alignment. Oh my gosh, Pooja, I love that. So I feel like right now you could be ending this thing that says, I can't be on this journey, or I can't experience this wonderful experience with this person. And Spirit's like, oh, but you can. All right, let's look at what you can anticipate for the next 6 months, Pooja. What can you anticipate? Next 6 months, we have liberation, free spirit, wild and authentic. It says, just let me be. I'm definitely seeing like the flowers, spring flowers growing, popping out. I feel like there's this energy where you could have planted some seeds that have something to do, again, with something that brings you passion and you excitement. Remember, Aries is very selfish energy, very selfish. It's like it wants it for itself, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, now we're at Michael S. Phantom, Punk, Seashells, and we're closing it out with James. James is synchronicity in my journey. It's also my oldest son's middle name. right, Michael, let me know that you're still here. And are we doing solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, or general read? Did we ever see Phantom Pump or no? No. And Seashells was still here. Michael S says general, please. All right, so here's the message I'm getting. Something is building up. It's getting like to a boiling point type of energy. And you could be trying to, like, maybe you're trying to run from it, or you're trying to ignore it, or maybe you don't even sense that it's coming to like this boiling point. I mean, that boiling energy is definitely going to be some Aries energy. Okay, so you got the purity card, change, and assessing. Assessing did come out in reverse. I feel like it's because you have a hard time trying to figure out, like, how did I get here? Like maybe you had a plan and then something happened. It's like you're in a totally different place than you expected. You know how people ask you, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I feel like you could have told somebody something, and then like now you're looking back and it's like completely different than what you said, right? And the change card, the Thunder Moon, is why that happened. Okay, so the purity card is talks about a clean slate. So in other words, like the tracks were murky, they were muddy, there was a lot of bumps and grooves, and everything was like really, really wonky, right? And something happened. Like I always tell this story about Colorado when we see this card, because I talk about how it used to snow. It would bring down. I lived like right by this Wolf Creek, right by this where you go skiing, and when it would snow, it would cover everything and cover all the tracks, and it was like a brand new place to go ski again, right? So again, I'm getting like this purification, like you went through a purification process. The Thunder Moon change card, I always talk about how if you look at the picture, I don't know if you can see it, but she's kind of like pushing back with her feet. So you could either take this two ways. Like the change is here, right? The moon, I feel like it's gonna have something to do with this Libra moon, but it's like the change is here, and you could be going, no, I don't want to deal with this. And I felt that earlier, like just something boiling coming to a peak, and you're like, man, I don't know if I want to see that yet. I don't know if I want to deal with that. So this card talks about how you can actually use this energy to catapult to where you're going, especially if like you're feeling stuck. So in other words, like if you have change coming and you're resisting it because you don't want to for whatever reason, and you're asking yourself like, man, how did we get here? Well, if you just accept the change and use it to gain momentum, right? You do that by releasing the control, releasing the idea that you have to stay or do something a certain way. And it's like the moment you do that, you definitely could like propel yourself a lot further, especially if you've been feeling like you've been in a slower moving energy, right? I mean, we just came out of winter. I don't know where you're at, but here in the US, we came out of winter. So it was like really slow and stagnant. I feel like it picks up very quickly, but you do have this energy like, how did it get here? The assessing card says you're supposed to be able to look back and see how far you've come, right? Like that's the card, but it did come out in reverse. So it kind of gave me this like, man, I'm here now, and I don't know how I got here. Well, you got here because you held on to something a little bit too tightly, right? All right, I hope that was helpful. Phantom Punk, Seashells, and James. Seashells is here. Seashells, let me know. Are we doing solar eclipse, lunar eclipse? That could be for Michael. Look at the acceptance card. It's like you're finally coming to acceptance about something, and it's something spiritual.
probably the reason you were drawn here, I'm going to say. All right, seashells wants a general too. All right, I'm going to use power of love for seashells. All right, here's the message that Spirit wants you to know, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Guys, don't forget, fire signs tomorrow night, Monday, 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Kindness fell out. It says you're a humanitarian made of love and you're able to share that energy with others. Do you have Aquarius energy somewhere, seashells, like in a major placement that's sticking out to me? Expression, you're ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. Give me one more, please. Purpose, seashells, this is what Spirit wants to talk to you about, your purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. That's our purpose, especially for those of us that are on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, right? Over here at PLR, we're constantly demonstrating unconditional love, right? Through actions, right? Like that's the whole thing. But it's very possible that you're doing that thing where it's like we can go for so long and then you kind of burn out and you revert back to an old way of doing something. It's giving me this card. There's this card in Magical Times, seashell. I want to say it's called the Grace card or something like that, but it shows these swans. I was talking about this earlier because I have this friend that I'm super jelly about because he's doing amazing things in his spiritual awakening journey because he's so just self-dedicated, right? Like he's just so disciplined, and I'm just so amazed that he's able to do. I want to be able to be that self-disciplined, right? Like I want to be able to do it that way. But the card that I was talking about, that Grace card, it shows these ducks, like these swans on the water, and it talks about how they're just kind of gliding across the water, and they make it look so easy, but really underneath, those pedal, like the feet are really paddling, like really, really, really fast, right? Like they're really having to work hard, really dedicated, consistent, right? To make something look as easy as they make it look. So I hope that was helpful. Seashell says, I'm a Leo. What's your moon sign? Is that your sun sign? All right. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope all of those were helpful. If you guys got a free read, if it pulled at your heartstrings, make sure to tap that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button, the join button, the follow button, all the things. Don't forget, guys, we're on 3 different platforms every night. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Moon is Sag. I love that. There's a lot of fire energy. Fire, fire. All right. I don't know. I picked up that Aquarius energy from the humanitarian. There's definitely some Aquarius energy there. All right, guys. Thank you, Sandra, so very much for me with the list. Thank you, Danger Zone, for helping us over on Twitch. I appreciate you guys. For those of you that send donations and payments, I love you. Thank you so very much. I will see everyone tomorrow night when we do the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Remember, 8 p.m. at Central Daylight Time. I will see everyone then. Thank you. I'm always, always sending you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.